What's up, guys? Today is a very exciting day. We finally get to put our trunk set up in my car that we have in the garage that we still need to go through and figure out what we like and what we don't like. Put it in the car, run everything, and then we can officially bag the car out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, it means a lot. Hopefully this goes in our favor and nothing really happens in the meantime, I guess, like going over everything. I'm probably not going to show you guys exactly how to put the struts back in, because I have a video of how to do coilovers and they're basically the same thing, other than you have an air line running from one of the struts up to your engine bay. Well, two air lines running from your struts, one strut each, going through your engine bay. Anyways though, we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. Alright guys, we currently have everything kind of in a mess right now on this table here. We picked up this adapter here, and this adapter basically nipples. I know, haha, nipples. Anyways, 1/4 to 1/4 and 3/8 to 1/4, which this 3/8 will go right into, you take this plug out, it'll go out of that hole there right into my water trap here. But the reason why I got 1/4 to 1/4 is because I already have one. Where did I put it? It's somewhere here. So I might just run one of these for now, because they only have one of these at the store at Ace, so I might have to pick up another one. But this will eliminate having this and then this plug in here. Oops, sorry, right there. That would eliminate having this in there at all. So basically this won't go in and connect to this. But if I had to run the 1/4 to 1/4, I would have to have this in, for example, and then this one. So we'll see what we'll have to do here. For now though, we're gonna clean this table off real quick, bring in my OEM trunk liner, well, my trunk, the liner, the bottom part where the tank will be sitting, and I'm gonna set this up how I want it in my car and then go from there. Alright guys, we have the OEM, the OEM liner here, the tank on. We have our pressure switch here for now. It's just kind of there. This is just a mock-up of when my friend came over. He kind of showed me how to run it in the car. This will be one long line that will run to the front of my car. These are for my 2 switches. And then this goes to my gauges, which are in the bag. The compressors and etc. will go in these 3 ports. Also have this port underneath, which this is running to right now. But what we have to do is, I have some of this white tape here. We put them around bolts like this to help. This is a bolt that he gave me. It's basically just a block off basically. We're gonna need this guy, we're gonna need this guy, because we're gonna replace the one he gave me. So the compressors basically are gonna sit somewhat like this behind the tank for right now, something, and then it'll sit kind of like this, one there or one over there, for example, for now. And then this one will run just like this. These lines, you can bend these lines, they're flexible and all, etc. But yeah, I might run this one to this one and then run this one up underneath, etc. See if I can sit my GoPro here. I yet to bring my stand back out. For example, I can have this one a little closer maybe. I can have them running like this. Kind of hard to explain and show, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull these apart, thread up all these with that white sealant tape there. Costs like a couple of dollars from a hardware store anywhere. I'm gonna seal everything up, tighten everything down, make sure everything is snug and good, and we'll be a-okay with this. We won't have any issues with it in the future then. Alright guys, we went ahead and actually swapped these 2 out. Previously they were here, but we moved them here, so therefore I can move these kind of like on an angle maybe. I don't really know what I want to do yet. Inside the car, it always changes. But my relay will sit about there. Like before, I need to go get some wire connectors here, and positive, negatives will go to a bolt somewhere, and this is this wire here. I ordered this from Amazon. It's a 6-gauge wire. I also have the connectors and wire and fuses and wire connectors and stuff. This one will go here and then run to my battery. I have a buddy that's gonna bring me 2 wires for this, which is coming over today. So we'll get that knocked out. Pretty much this is this right here. If you don't have this right in the car, nothing else will work. Just like airlift, if you don't have anything wired up right, it will not work. We still have to bolt all this down, but I still don't know this is how I want it, or if I want the compressors a different way. I am not too sure yet, guys. Yeah, I think I like it laid down, honestly. Just doesn't give me enough room in front of my tank for like my gym bag, but it don't matter. I got a back seat for that. Here's the fuses, which I'm gonna cut in the middle of the wire to my car, but for my battery to the relay. Out one of these fuses, we'll have a good fuse, will be good, just like my subs. And then one of these will go to my battery. Then we have like these little things that you can heat up. Make sure I have a heat gun ready for that. Yeah, the only thing I really need to go get is some wire connectors for these tiny bolts here. Unless, no, those are 4 gauges, so I can't really use those on that. Unfortunately, that does suck. Yeah, let me go ahead and take everything out here and kind of see what I'm working with here. Alright guys, I know it's getting a little darker in here right now, but we have all these little guys bolted in to give it a little nice little touch. Everything is nice and snugged. We kind of centered the tank here how we want it, kind of hanging off the side there for right now, but we also put some bolts in down there. Yeah, so the tank is secured, not going nowhere. We do have a line down here for right now. We'll leave that there so I know a guide to the how I'm gonna put it back in the car. Basically, this line right here will be the one that goes to my switches and all. Yeah, now all I need to do is just throw it in the car, really, and then basically run the ground wire, then another ground wire to a separate bolt, basically. So this is one bolt, and then these 2 wires here will be connected together, 1 bolt, then my big 6-gauge wire there, and then we can go ahead and run these 2 gauges with this 8th line here. Yeah, let me go ahead and throw this in the car. Alright guys, we have everything installed. We put the tank in. Like I said, everything's mounted. We ran some wires already. We ran the 1 air line from the tank down through to my back seat over there. And there's just a bunch of wires just laying there right now. I'm about to actually go through and show you guys what is what once we figure out how we're going to do it and run it. Alright guys, all the wires are ran. I'll go through more in depth of that in a second. Right now we have 1 airline running back there underneath, and that goes to a T, right? This is how it was on the diagram basically I had before I brought the tank out. How the little airlines I had on there, that's basically what I'm going off of. So this one will go to my gauge, which this is the one that goes in my gauge, and then this one goes to, actually no, this goes to my front airline to my engine bay. This goes to the front bags basically. This one goes to my gauges because it's a smaller airline. This one goes to my rear bags. Okay. Shoo. Okay. It looks like a lot, but it's really not if you know what you're doing and have people to help you out. So these are my 2 switches basically to air up, air down. I don't have the bags on the car yet, but I'm not going to go into depth again about how to put those on. They're basically just like coilovers. But so basically what we have here is this line is the one that it goes to 1 switch. This comes from the tank, basically. So yeah, this one comes from the tank, and this one will come from the tank. This is the front, and this just goes to the switches. So this goes up to a switch, and then this will come down, which, like I said, this one is air up, air out. Okay. The only reason why I was doing that is because we got air in the tank right now. Anywho, what we did is one goes down, right? We put a T. This will go to my gauge. This will tell me how much air I have in this rear bags, basically. Man, running noses today. And then this line will run, which is right here, which goes up, and it's, you can see it up there wiggling. The right one up there. This one. That one up there. That's my rear bag that goes back to a T, and it goes to one side and goes to the other side. Okay. Then this is my front bag, which this one, yeah. Okay, so this is the other switch. Pretty sure that goes in my front. One way or another, one of these lines, yeah, this one goes to my front. Actually, this one goes to my switch. This one goes to, see how confusing it is already? I have that for, you know, other purposes, I guess. Just to wrap your lines around and make it clean. Anyways, this goes to my switch, which is this switch. This is my front bags, air up, air down. Well, air up, etc. One goes out to my gauge. I know this is very, very hard and very confusing over YouTube. I'm sure I can make a better video along the road. Anyways, you can see there's a little kink right here in this hose. We're going to have to replace this hose, actually. Good thing we have some spare. I also ordered some more. I'll have a list of everything that I ordered down below as well. But there's a kink there, so we got to replace that. But anyways, this is one gauge, and this is one gauge. The smaller lines here. Everything else runs into the front and the rear. I'll have a piece of paper. I'll write down and describe a little bit more of how we did it at the end of the video. If you guys are interested in seeing that, just stick to the end of the video. Or I might just post it on Instagram. If you guys have questions, just ask me on Instagram and I'll show you what I came up with. Anyways, this is the whole airline contraption here. It looks like a lot, but it's not. Also, we cut a hole down here for my airlines to run. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount these switches on my right side of the seat. So when I air out, like when I can literally just sit in my seat and just air out on my right hand there. Probably gonna get rid of the sub eventually, and we're gonna hang that tank upside down. So we're gonna actually take this all out eventually and redo that. But basically, I have everything wired. The airlines are ready to go. We're basically just waiting to put the struts in now, which like I said, I'm not gonna go over that really too much. It's basically coilovers, drop jack in, and then an airline running up. Basically, that's all it is. So we'll get those put on, and then you guys will see what the bags, what the car looks like when it's bagged. All right, like I said, we got two negative wires here. We have a positive, which is a stick wire that we ran up to my bay, through my bay to my battery, which is all snug. It has a built-in fuse. I'll show you in a second. We have one wire going from the relay down here, this bottom bolt right there, to the pressure switch, and one pressure switch wire coming out, and that is going to where did I run that to? That just ran to a fuse that basically turned it on in my little fuse box near my steering wheel. To when it turns on, it basically gives it power. Then the other one right here, this small little guy right here, the other side, that goes to a ground. Pretty simple wiring there. Pop the hood real quick. So we have that red thick 6-gauge wire running across with a built-in fuse here. Not too hard. You cut the wire in half and then you just strip the wire, and you feed it through those little golden outside pieces. You run, you know, there's little Allen key threads there. You just thread those down. That's it. Comes to the battery, which is right here. This is my amp for my sub, which I'll probably be taking out soon. But yeah, basically it. Here's a line that I ran for the airline, just to protect my airline going through those holes down there. And I did the same thing on the other side and the rear as well. Alright guys, the car is officially bagged. We aired out all the way, fender to tire. We need a spacer in the rear here to pop this out a little bit. But for now, we're rocking with it. It's pretty low to the ground, but I want to go lower. So if you want to do that, you have to adjust your coilovers, the bottom locking ring a tad more. I think she looks good though. Barely get my foot under the front bumper. This is pretty good fitment here. I mean, overall, she looks clean. I have a bunch of pictures on Instagram coming soon, a bunch of videos on TikTok, Instagram, and obviously you guys are watching it here first. Yeah, she don't look too bad now. Still got a lot more work to do though. Oh, alright guys, this is the end of the video. I have a lot of sanding to do, as you can see. Put all these boards on these sawhorses over here. What we're doing is we're giving the back wall where our TV is a kind of woody look, I guess you could say, like an old kind of look theme behind our TV. It's gonna look pretty cool, so I gotta sand all that. But like I said, this is the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.